wiser but the rest. Listen to the podcast, join the quest. Heartbeats racing, adrenaline high. This is where champions fly.
Hey, welcome to the B-Ball Podcast. I'm your host, Bryant.
I'm your other host, Eric.
And we're here to talk B-Ball, sports, and all. What's up, brother?
What's up, man?
Nothing
much, man. Same old, you know.
So,
another week in sports.
of course, a lot of stuff going on. We got college football back, NFL back, we got WNBA, we got a whole bunch of talking. Baseball playoffs starting. So
a lot of content coming moving forward. Go check out our last videos. We just went over and talked about the first couple weeks of football. Today's gonna be a little different though. We're gonna do more of a video about ourselves, kind of. We're gonna go through and name our top 10 favorite athletes of all time.
Yep. And these, of course, are going to be based off our own bias. So, of course, our list isn't going to be the most athletic or, athletes that you will see all the time on these lists, but they're definitely somebody that I know holds, a place in my heart.
Yeah, and same here. We're gonna go through and just our favorite athletes growing up, what they mean to us, why we were a fan of them, all that good stuff.
So I think we're gonna start. How you gonna start? You gonna start 10, right?
Yeah. Well, we can start off with our honorable mention first.
You're right.
We did make an honorable mention.
And this kind of somebody that wasn't necessarily not good, but not technically in the top 10.
No. So for my honorable mention, right? I chose Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley, running back at Georgia for 3 years.
Okay.
Got drafted by the St. Louis Rams. Eventually turned to the Los Angeles Rams. But it was really hard for me not to put him in my top 10 because I loved him when he was at Georgia.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll see some more Georgia players from you.
Of course. This whole list could have been Georgia players, and it would have been low-key accurate. But the only reason why I don't have him in my top 10 because he played 2 full seasons at Georgia. Third season, he got hurt. He didn't really play the full season, and he only played 2.5 years at Georgia.
Yeah.
But he came in hot. He started off his freshman year. He was second in rushing yards, only behind, or in the SEC, only behind Johnny Manziel, who ended up winning the Heisman.
Okay.
That's my honorable mention.
All right, and for the same, for mine, I took a chance and I went on John Cena.
I love that.
Of course, a 16-time champ. Right now, he's on his farewell tour. Anytime I think of WWE, that's the first name that comes to mind.
Yep.
It's just in the right era. The Rock. We were able to see some of the greats, actually, folks who are still doing it now. Some of the people who made the most money off of WWE. So John Cena is definitely somebody that deserves to be on the list. But just right out of it.
Yeah.
But he's on his farewell tour right now, so.
And for all you people out there, WWE wrestlers are athletes, okay? We're gonna put that out there.
Yes, that it is.
I don't want to hear in the comments, oh, it's fake.
Yeah, you got. These muscles ain't fake. I'm sure John Cena punch you in the face. I'm sure you'll feel it.
Exactly.
Real. That's like so. But yeah, right now he's on his farewell tour, so looking forward to that. Maybe we can get a date on that. Go see that. I think that'd be crazy. I think he just comes somewhere near, maybe Atlanta.
And he has to be somewhere. I mean, I assume that even maybe he might do some house shows, and WWE comes around here pretty often,
So, hopefully we get a chance to catch it up.
I sure hope so, man.
That's my honorable mention.
Okay.
But for my number 10 spot, and I'll take it first go. I'll have to say Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods, okay.
I would say Tiger Woods. Now, when I was thinking about this list, I was, of course, thinking about my favorite, but I was also thinking about people that I was trying to emulate when I was young. And Tiger Woods was definitely one. I don't know a lot about golf, but I know what I know based off of what Tiger knows. So, he's been in, of course, speculation. Right now, he's had a lot of back surgery, stuff like that. So, he's not really Tiger that we knew. But, 82 PGAs, 41 Euros. 3 in Japan, 3 in Australia, and of course he has, 19, 20 more. So he's definitely one of the best athletes. He put his whole body out there. He won. And first one, not the first, of course, one of the majority blacks to be in golf is just something to, something you gotta mention.
Yeah, for sure. Especially, golf is essentially.
Yeah.
Making the video game was made for him, essentially.
Basically.
Yeah, which is very inspiring. And, growing up, it makes you think like anything's possible. He's an example of it.
Yeah, and I mean, folks when they think athletes and stuff like that, they're really thinking, a team kind of sport, and that's really a solo sport, so you're not really thinking about it. But I mean, all the back surgery and stuff he had it just like basketball players, football players had it.
He's an athlete.
It's a strain on his back. I mean, he's still out there. He was brought out there and dialed, 2,000 golf balls. So
Yeah.
that's a lot of stress. So it's definitely top 10.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm getting to my 10th pick.
Okay.
Mr. Aaron Murray is my 10th pick, okay? You might not know who he is.
I know.
Okay, Aaron Murray was the quarterback at Georgia
Okay.
from 2010 to 2014. Okay, that's when I was kind of getting into watching football. 5th, 6th grade is when he started. Yeah, I know, man. I'm a little younger than you, I know.
Whoa, okay.
It's okay, man. But he had a great career at Georgia. He played all 4 years there.
What do you do? How many championships?
He did not win any championships.
Wow.
And unfortunately, that is why he is maybe lower on the list. If Georgia would have won a championship back then, we had a great chance because, okay, I'm going to just read some numbers. First of all, and he's the passing yards leader in the all SEC history. We've had some great quarterbacks coming out of SEC, and he's the leading passing yard out of all of them. He led all of Division I in passing yards per attempt in 2012.
Okay.
2011, he led the SEC. 2011 and 2012 led the SEC in touchdowns. Great. 2012, that was his standout year. Unfortunately, we lost to Alabama in the SEC championship that year. Let me tell you, man, I remember that day like it was yesterday.
Oh Lord, come on, Gramps. Let's know the story. Tell us about it.
It was really a stupid play call because, we had a chance to win it. We were in the red zone, and it was like 10 seconds left, or it was like 20 seconds left or whatever. We ended up running a play, and then the clock was running out. And usually, if you don't have any timeouts, you would spike the ball so you can get the clock will stop, and you have time to draw the play. They didn't do that for some reason. They just hurried up to the line and then hurried up and ran a play. And time ended up running out. It was a pass we completed, but it was on like the 5-yard line or whatever, and time just ran out. We lost that game. I remember running into the room and crying. I was in 8th grade, okay? I was a middle schooler. If these middle school kids were crying that I was crying, they were gonna make fun of me.
Come on now, man. You go crying now. Come on.
Look, if Jordan loses to Alabama coming up, I just might cry.
Yeah,
I just might. It's gonna bring me back some flashbacks to 2012. Okay.
I think I see some tears, but
But yeah, that's my 10th pick. Aaron Murray, he was a great quarterback. And then, growing up, that was like the first Georgia team that I remember really watching.
Yeah.
And he was the quarterback of it.
He was a star player.
Of course. So that's who I remember the most growing up.
All right. So for number 9,
Okay.
I have Russell Westbrook.
Okay. Westbrook. I figured he's gonna be on your list.
Russell Westbrook. I've talked a lot about him, especially after Kobe got out of the league. He was really the only player I really gravitated to. Him triple-double up there with Oscar Robertson. I mean, past Oscar Robertson. Oscar Robertson is near him. 9-time All-Star, 2-time All-Star MVP, went off most points in the All-Star game. Then he had, of course, 2 NBA All-First teams, 5 All-NBA Second teams. I mean, come on, man, this man got stats. Unfortunately, he hasn't won a championship, but hopefully he'll get one in a couple of years.
With who?
He been in a couple of years. He on 1-year deal, so he been in a couple of years. He ain't gonna get one next year. The year after that.
So he's gonna team pop so he wins something. He don't have to.
Yeah. But he
has some good chances in his career now. He has some good chances to get far.
Yeah. And then some folks had the same opportunities, but they decided they don't want to work, they want to go. So,
Yeah.
you know. But Russell Westbrook, like I said, right now definitely still like a player. If you had to say who do you like for Russell Westbrook, I enjoyed him on the Lakers. I'm sad that he had to go. Probably the only Laker fan, but
Yeah, you just might be.
I show my respect.
I bet
He wasn't the best player there. I won't say he was in the best circumstance, but you know, definitely.
No, I mean, given that he was only given 1 year to try to get it to work out, but you know, that's kind of the Lakers culture though. If you come in and you don't win,
Yeah.
they'll get you out of there.
Yeah. And I mean, it was that first year.
Yeah, and
LeBron went out, everybody was going out for injury, and then they were like, yeah.
I think there's so many Lakers fans that don't even remember that he was there.
Russell Westbrook?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. I was so excited. I ain't even care to trade with Kuzma, and I love Kuzma.
Okay.
Who you got at number 9?
Number 9. Okay. Switching sports. My first 2 guys I named were Georgia players. We went over to baseball. Alex Rodriguez.
Okay.
That is my
That
number
makes
9.
sense. That makes sense.
Okay. He joined the Yankees in 2004, but before that, he had a great career with Seattle and Texas, and then he came to New York, finished out his career there. He had a great career. He's an all-time baseball legend and a Yankees legend at the same time. But he also had a very, very bad history. He got caught twice using steroids. My uncle famously he called him steroid.
Yeah.
A
A lot of people did.
yeah. But at the same time, even though these guys are on steroids, you know, he's still 5th all time in home runs. I mean, he still has 3 MVPs. He's a 14-time All-Star. He has 2 Gold Gloves. He has over 3,100 hits. And in baseball, if you get 3,000 hits, you're pretty much a guaranteed Hall of Fame. And then he won his only World Series with the Yankees in 2009. That team was, I mean, all-time great. Stacked. You know, I remember him coming to the Yankees in 2004, and obviously I was very excited because I knew he was going to help us win. Oh, come on. I mean, especially my granddad, you know, he's a Yankees fan. I've been a Yankees fan ever since I can remember, since I was a little kid. So I was happy to see him come, and I saw him growing up. Even when he got older, like, he was still hitting 30 home runs a year.
His decline wasn't like, I don't know, it was just wasn't typical.
No, he definitely.
Kind of like LeBron.
I wouldn't say I'm probably level of LeBron.
I said life.
Yeah.
Life.
Because, I mean, Albert Rodriguez, I mean, you can tell that he wasn't in maybe top 10, top 20, top even like 30, maybe top 50 players in the league at the time.
Yeah.
But he was still producing in a Yankees uniform.
Yeah.
And people hated him. People hate him so much, man, and especially Red Sox fans. And I understand it. I do understand. But at the same time, I'm a Yankees fan. So of course I'm gonna like him.
Who was cheating?
I'm not cool with cheating. I'm not gonna, you know, brush that under the rug. Like, I understand why people don't like him because of that. But at the same time, it's hard to deny that he still has so much skill and talent, regardless of steroids.
Yeah.
5th all time ever in home runs. The only person that's above him, Barry Bonds, Babe Ruth, Hank Aaron, Albert Pujols. The only 4 people that's above him. He has 696 home runs ever. He's could have hit 700, you know.
They need to have a few more shots.
Yeah, but
A few more shots of the roids.
Oh.
No, I'm just saying. A few more shots of the roids.
dang,
But hey, that's good. That's good. I respect that.
gotcha. That's my number 9. Who's your number 9?
I didn't say my number 9.
You're right.
I'm gonna jump down to number 8.
You're right. My
Now
bad.
this is actually, of course, a newer athlete, which is always, you know, a little skeptical to say, hey, somebody new is one of my favorites, especially top 10. But I've seen this young lady play a lot, 3 times, and I just wanna go ahead and just give her flowers. Miss Asia Wilson, please come on down to the.
Just broke another record recently too.
Just broke
rebound record.
another record. Yep, the Angel Reese broke. Angel Reese broke the most rebounds, and then of course Asia came back and broke it. She also has the most points in WNBA history, and she's still counting.
In one season.
And still counting in one season.
Yeah,
One season. You're right. Not most points. I'm sorry. Most points scored in a single season.
Yeah.
She's on the way to get, of course, another MVP. She's on the way for her three-peat. She just won another gold medal after winning another gold medal in 2020. Two-time defensive player, rookie of the year. She is it.
I figured she'd be higher than this, honestly. I figured she would be higher.
Yeah, so I mean, like I said, when it's new people, I was kind of skeptical.
I get it.
On there, but I gotta give my flowers like too. I mean, she doing it. She doing it.
No, I understand. I mean, rightfully so. I mean, she definitely deserves to be in the top 10 for
My
sure.
prediction is just coming truer and truer every day. I mean, she gonna be up there in the points.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be scary.
Okay, that's a good number 8 pick.
What you looking at for number 8?
So I'm picking, going back to Georgia, taking another Georgia player.
Yes, sir.
My man Nick Chubb.
Okay.
Nick Chubb was a beast at Georgia. A beast. He came into the NFL a beast.
He said what, 3 years?
So he's technically still hurt right now. He was with the Browns, but he came in immediately and had great numbers. He was arguably the best running back in the league at one point in the NFL.
Yeah.
In college football, yeah, he was the best running back in the league.
How long did he stay in Georgia?
He stayed at Georgia.
That was 3 years.
3 years or 4 years?
I thought it was 3.
I think 3. But he's second all time in SEC in rushing yards, only behind Herschel Walker, another legendary Georgia running back. He came in his freshman year in 2014 and led the SEC in touchdowns. His freshman year, he's on some of the greatest teams that Georgia played. When we lost to Alabama in 2018, I hate saying that, man.
What happened in 2018?
When we lost in the national championship,
Two? Who'd you lose to?
Alabama.
Oh, okay. You're right. So what happened?
Him and another running back, Sony Michel, they were our two-headed monster running back combo. They were a part of, in my opinion, the greatest team ever to not win a national championship. We had that game won, man. That game hurt so bad, man. Oh my gosh.
Did you run into your room and cry?
No, I didn't, but I was just so in shock because that game, the way it ended, us knocking Jalen Hurts out of the game, us being up by being a 2 touchdowns at halftime, them bringing in a freshman Tua Tagovailoa. That's funny.
Nah, man. I feel your pain. I was gonna start crying.
Okay, man.
But it's alright.
Anyways, he's a Georgia legend. He is one of the best running backs in college football history. I love him to death. That's my number 8 pick.
Alright. So I'm gonna switch it up. Number 7. Big Diesel.
Okay.
I got Mr. Shaquille O'Neal.
Gotcha.
At number 7. Of course, we know what he did with the Lakers. And one time with the Heat. Of course, champion, 3 times final MVP, 9 times All-Star, 8 times All-NBA, 2-time defensive player. Hall of Fame. There's nothing more to say. Shaq, most dominant ever.
Yeah.
So definitely deserves to be on the list. Was there with the Lakers. Then of course left. Still got love for him. Him and Kobe made up, so me and Shaq made up.
Okay.
So everything's good, everything's right.
Gotcha.
Well, yeah, I say everything's good, everything's right.
Okay. I mean that's a fair pick. I mean, Shaquille O'Neal, you top 3 center easily at the lowest.
Oh yeah.
Top 3 at the lowest.
Yeah, not top 2.
Yeah, if not two. I mean, the only person you really put above him, maybe Kareem.
Yeah, I don't know. Will.
I'm taking Kareem.
I have a lot of respect for Will Chamberlain.
That is true, but But even though they might be the only two people you put above him.
Yeah.
On the center position. Only people that are arguable to put at that.
I'm sorry, but you score 100 points. I don't care if you playing against the Plumbers. But 100 points, that's a lot of points.
You know that might have been staged.
That's a
fake, right?
That's a whole lot of points.
We done with the 60s.
Yeah.
We done with the 60s.
That's a whole lot of points to put on anybody's head. 100? 100.
Yeah.
100, brother? We go to the gym, ain't nobody guarding us, and putting up 100 points would be hard as fuck. Like, come on now, 100?
Yeah, right. I think you can put 100 up against a whole bunch of middle schoolers, though.
I'm gonna be tired of them. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be tired of them.
Yeah.
So you gotta give the respect.
Well, no, these middle schoolers nowadays,
You ready?
they about your size.
You ready as big as you?
Hell, I'm small compared to them. They yamming on me. I'm getting out their way when they coming through the lane.
Come on, man. You gotta take control.
I'm not taking
You gotta
that.
take control.
Some of these kids,
They ain't LeBron.
some of them built like it.
So who you guys doing number 7?
Now, you're gonna like this pick, right? Number 7. It's not a Lakers fan. I mean, not a Lakers, you know what I'm saying? Carmelo Anthony.
Okay.
It's, yeah.
What's up, Carmelo?
That's my number 7 pick, you know. Top 10 in scoring of all time.
Yep.
If you ask me, he's arguably a top 5 scorer of all time.
Yep.
Like, as far as being able to put the ball in the hole from anywhere on the court, he can do it just as good, if not better, than anybody else.
I'm talking about different moves, fadeaways,
Yes.
jump shots, mid-range floaters, free throws. Like the man can do it all.
So, as a matter of fact, I think him, KD, LeBron, Jordan, I think they're the only players to average 25 points or more in a season, like 8 times or something like that. Something like that. Like Carmelo Anthony is in that level.
I mean, most points for the Olympic medal team.
Yeah.
So.
And he was my original favorite player. You know, the other day, Brian, we saw my old Facebook, and I still had Carmelo Anthony as my cover on my Facebook. You know, so that's what I was rocking with back in the day. I'm talking about 2K12, the Knicks, every time that's what I was picking.
But I love Carmelo Anthony, but I could not play with him on the Knicks. That was a terrible team.
No, I love it, man, because J.R. Smith, he can shoot the threes. Iman can shoot threes too. Tyson Chandler was blocking everything. Amari Stoudemire.
Slow, he was old.
Yeah, tight, but you know, what you do is, you know, if you roam with the center on 2K, you know, so you gotta roam the paint, you know what I'm saying? Press triangle. Ain't nobody coming there. You know, you're gonna jump up and block it. But yeah, that's who I have, man, because I mean, he was, like I said, he was my original favorite player growing up. Yeah, he was really good.
Well, Kobe beat Carmelo so bad he had to go to the Knicks. Remember that, Kobe? He not next on my list. I was just coming.
He might as well be next on your list. Why are you even bringing up Kobe? Kobe. I be talking to Brian, man, and this man Brian in a 1 minute interval, this man will say Kobe 10 times.
We were talking about Kobe.
So it wouldn't even be about Kobe.
Well, let's get off somebody on this list. This person kind of gave me that energy of Kobe. Number 6, I got Ray Lewis.
Ray Lewis, okay.
Ray Lewis.
Yeah.
Yep. Hall of Famer, of course, 12-time Pro Bowl. Only player with 40 sacks and 30 interceptions. I mean, the man has over 3,100 hits. Like, it's crazy. I'm sorry, over 2,100 hits. I mean, you know, linebacker position, his little crazy outro was the favorite thing to do.
He got the crowd hype.
He did. He played with the Ravens. I wasn't really a Ravens man, but I did play with them when I could.
All-time great defense.
I mean, yeah.
The Ravens team. And Ray Lewis made it to where, as a quarterback, you didn't throw in the middle of the field.
You were scared.
You were scared because not only, like, you were trying to protect your wide receivers too. Because that wide receiver was going to get monologued coming across that field. Because Ray Lewis is hitting them and Ray Lewis is taking you out of the game.
And then getting them dancing afterwards.
Yeah.
So that's the craziest part. But
I'm glad to see him that he won a Super Bowl.
he did. And I mean, he was a great leader. I mean, everybody talks about if you read interviews, watch interviews with him and people he played with, they were like, yeah, great leader. That's what they look for. And like I said, somebody inspired me to, think of cool. But inspired me to, just see that's what you want. You want to lead the team, on whatever you can do. Play your role.
Fair point. You got it, yeah.
But that's how I got number 6. I don't know, I don't know too many folks who do it.
No, you're right. I'm going to my number 6 player. Another Georgia player.
Okay.
Of course. Mr. Matthew Stafford.
Oh, Lord, boy, he is.
Look, okay, so Matthew Stafford.
No, dude.
Yeah, he played at Georgia from like 2007 2010, or 2007 2009, or he only played 3 years. He got drafted number 1 pick in 2009. So he was my original favorite quarterback because obviously I'm a huge Georgia fan. If I'm following anybody in the NFL, it's Georgia players.
Yep.
And Matthew Stafford was on the team. I was a Lions fan because he was on the Lions. And, he had a great career. He's still actively playing now.
Yeah.
It was, in 3 separate years, he led NFL in game-winning drives with the Lions team. Those Lions teams were terrible.
Yeah.
God-awful. Calvin Johnson retired early because of how trash their teams were. They had some talent on the teams, but some organizations, no matter how much talent you got, they gonna find a way to fuck it up.
Be a trash coach or something like that.
Yeah. But then he got traded to the Los Angeles Rams. First year there, he wins a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I was so happy for him. I loved it. And on top of that, Georgia, he had a great career too. He was the number 1 overall pick.
So you a Rams fan now?
That's crazy because that's probably the team that I follow the most. I'm not full on saying, and I do love the Rams because Todd Gurley played for the Rams as well. So I really do like the Rams. I even liked them before Matthew Stafford got there because of Todd Gurley.
So a Rams fan.
I'm gonna say a Rams fan. I mean, I do like the Rams.
Fan of the Rams.
See, calling yourself a fan is something like that's like, I'm not keeping up with the Rams daily.
Keeping up with the Rams.
If Matthew Stafford left the Rams, I wouldn't even care about it. So I'm not gonna say I'm a Rams fan. Yeah.
Until they get another Georgia player. But
So a lot of people, they say, okay, why aren't you a Philadelphia Eagles fan? Because the Eagles on their defense alone, they got like 4 or 5 Georgia players. But it's because of their quarterback, Jalen Hurts.
what's wrong with Jalen, man? Come on, man. You knocked him out of the game. He got hurt. Hurts got hurt.
No, we didn't knock him out of the game because he got hurt. We knocked him out of the game because he was playing so bad that Nick Saban swapped him out.
I thought he had hurt his ankle or something.
No. But then, a couple years after that, Tua was playing bad to start off the game. Nick Saban took him out with Jalen Hurts, and Jalen Hurts ended up coming back and win the game. I hate Jalen Hurts, okay? The other day, the Eagles, I said it, the Eagles lost to the Falcons the other day at home. And the face on Jalen Hurts, bro, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I love to see them
Come
lose.
on, man. Stop praying for somebody's downfall.
I sure am. Any other better player in the league, I'm praying on their downfall. Especially the other quarterbacks. Bryce Young, he just got benched. I love it.
Yeah, that's kind of sad. I mean,
Matt Jones?
you can't give for more than 2 games. Come on, man.
No, this man,
He ain't got no touchdowns, Jay. Come on, man. You gotta give him.
he was trash last year.
I mean,
God.
still.
And Stephen A. Smith came out and said on First Take, in the past 10 games, they have only led in the game for
A minute or something, what?
not even this, like 16 seconds or some shit like that. Crazy. And as a career starter, he's 2-16.
Yeah.
God awful.
Yeah, but new season.
No.
You got a new team, you got a new few
You might have a
pieces.
new quarterback too.
Look, you got a few
They benched him for old Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton is old. and they benched him. Bryce Young was the #1 pick.
Yeah.
That's unacceptable. For a #1 pick.
Come on, man. Your brother LeBron is showing love for him. I expected you to show the same love. I expected you to be tweeting out his
LeBron is not locked in with Georgia like I am, so he doesn't have that type of feeling against Alabama like I do. Okay, Bryce Young beat us in the SEC championship. Okay, so no, I don't like him. I'm not gonna like him ever. Yeah, it's forever beef. We done got off the list.
Yes, we did. Listen, I'm going to let you get number 5, and then we'll kind of switch it up.
My number 5 player. Love this, man. Going back to basketball. Babyface assassin. Chef Steph, look at Curry, man. Stephen Curry, man. I love this man.
What do you need to say?
What do you need to say? I mean, greatest shooter of all time. Easily.
Yeah.
4-time champion. Finals MVP. In my opinion, he's top 5 all time. Minimum top 10 all time. If you ask me. Greatest point guard of all time. If you ask me.
Ain't nobody gonna ask
A
you.
lot of people will say, okay? And it's not even just how good he is, man. He changed basketball.
Yeah.
Like,
he helped shift it into that 3 range because everybody the 3-pointer.
Everybody. Like, you're not being able to play now if you don't know how to shoot.
Yeah.
Like, centers and everything. He had little kids thinking it's okay to shoot the ball from 30, 40 feet.
Yeah.
They think that's a good shot. And it's because of Stephen Curry. And when it comes to the new generation of basketball, the leader, LeBron, KD, Steph. Steph has been a pillar of the game of this new generation. So I love him. And honestly, for a minute, he was my favorite player. I love Steph Curry.
Much respect. Like, he's greatest shooter all time. Doing stuff that nobody ever thought.
Yeah.
So, just won an Olympic gold medal, came out clutching that. So,
Yeah, and coming out of college, they didn't think he was going to be that great. Undersized, got knee problems, and he surpassed everybody.
His ankle was hurt too, so.
Yeah.
But while we're still talking about basketball, I'm going to go with my number 5.
Okay.
The first WNBA player I ever loved.
Okay.
First WNBA player I ever remember playing and watching and wanting to be like, God, I want to see her. Miss Candace Parker. Of course, she's retired now, but 3-time champ. She played with the LA Sparks. She played with the Aces. She won Rookie of the Year. She's number 6 on the all-time WNBA points list. Of course, 2020 Defensive Player of the Year. She won also while she was in college 2 times. NCAA. She won a whole bunch of trophies. Like, her stats go on and on. Of course, 2-time Olympic gold medalist. She's been on the Delos teams. 2-time MVP. She set the standard. The second woman to ever dunk. So, those are just standards and stuff that, you just can't surpass. She won. She's a champion. Due to knee problems, of course, some health problems, she wasn't able to come back. I wasn't able to get to see her play. I actually went to 2 Aces games last season to see her play. She ended up, of course, not being there because she was hurt, and then, of course, retired the year after. So, never got a chance to see her play, but definitely one of the greatest. To me, she is the greatest. She's the GOAT of the WNBA.
I feel you. When you think of the WNBA, Candace Parker is one of those names that you think of the household names. That's for a reason.
But even in WNBA, boy, Lakers just run it, boy. Leslie Jones, Lakers just run it. LA just runs it.
They're not the Lakers. The Lakers have nothing to do with it.
LA just runs it. I said LA, I changed it to LA. I said LA just runs it. The Sparks just.
The Sparks, okay, not the Lakers.
Lakers Sparks, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You know what happens on the Lakes? They Sparks. But yeah, that's my number 5.
Okay.
So who you looking at for your number 4?
My number 4 pick. I'm moving into another current player.
Okay.
Shifting over to baseball.
Okay. I I think he plays for the Dodgers.
Absolutely not. My man Aaron Judge.
Oh, okay. Aaron Judge.
The best player in baseball. You ask me, best player in baseball. Arguably, top 5 player of all time. Arguable.
I give you that.
He is having an historic season. He's doing numbers that we haven't seen since Barry Bonds. Pitchers are scared when he comes up to the plate. That's a big thing about being a hitter. You have the mental advantage over the pitcher. The pitcher, because the pitcher can have these pitches that he throws all the time with confidence. That he would not have that same confidence for if Aaron Judge came
All
to
you need is
play.
like 1 second of hesitation.
Exactly.
One hesitation.
He's my current favorite baseball player. He's doing all these great things in New York. That is making it that much better. New York is one of the staples of all of sports, not just baseball. But Aaron Judge, he's such a like a household name now because of him doing it in New York. He's so popular everywhere. The only other person you're putting on the same level as him is Ohtani.
Yeah.
And to be in the same conversation as Ohtani, Judge, I mean, that's great company. Because people are comparing Ohtani to Judge, maybe him being the GOAT.
Yeah.
But the fact that Judge is arguably on that same level, being like current age. Now, I'm not going to say that Judge is in the GOAT conversation.
Yeah, I mean, he still got.
But when it comes to what he do and what he does is hit,
Yeah.
and he is one of the best ever at it. And of course, you know, I'm a Yankees fan. He's the best player on the Yankees. He just signed a huge contract. He's going to be a Yankee for forever. So I'm rocking with him for forever. If he leaves the Yankees,
You're going with him.
no, I'm not. I'm always going to stay with the Yankees. If he leaves the Yankees,
His bag's already packed. He's waiting on you, Jerry.
I just might cry. No, I'm staying with the Yankees. It's going to be fuck you, Judge, if you do leave. I appreciate stuff you did in New York, but you can't leave, man. But yeah, that's my number 4 pick.
All right, that's a good one.
Yeah.
For my number 4, I'm gonna switch to football.
Okay.
Hall of Fame. Okay. 2-time Super Bowl champ. 5-time NFL MVP.
Okay. I know who it is.
14-time Pro Bowl. 7-time first team All Pro. If I could just say his name real quick, I think you'll know a little bit better. But Mr. Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
Mr. Peyton Manning, okay. Now he's not the most out there with his stats. Of course, he doesn't have the greatest stats, but what he did to win was inspiration to me. As you can see, it's not always about who has the most stats. Some folks have stats that are better than you, but if you were pushing your team to win, if you were trying your hardest out there, if you ain't sitting there just jumping ship and trying to throw your teammates under the bus, if you just playing a good solid game and you were just, I'm not talking about nobody in particular. I'm just saying if you just play with that winning mentality, he got a Kobe stamp of approval. So
I'm feeling some sneak this.
there was not no sneak this.
Okay.
I'm not even sneaky.
And I think, look, Peyton Manning, that's my mom's favorite player of all time. My mom loved Peyton Manning. I know a lot about him. Okay? Because my cousin is also a huge Tom Brady fan. So him and my mom used to get into it all the time.
All the time.
Um,
Like I said, I don't necessarily, I do believe that Tom Brady is the GOAT of the NFL, sorry.
no, I hate Tom Brady.
That's nice, but we're not talking about who we like or dislike.
You're right. It's going to be on the list when we do the top 10 unfavorite players.
Okay, you're right.
Top 10 favorite
You're
players,
right.
top
Well,
10.
make sure he's number 1. But
He going to be either 1 or 2.
Peyton Manning's definitely I would.
He did
Top
top
10.
quarterback. He easily top 5.
I want to say top 5, but then you got folks like Patrick Mahomes and stuff stuff like that, and then that's gonna kind of shift. So, I mean,
Patrick Mahomes up there too.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like with him being up there, it's kind of gonna shift. Like, but I did want to say top 5. I mean, if he's not top 5, he's 6, and no one would blow that. So,
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, he had a great career, and to go out on top, his last year was Super Bowl champion with the Broncos. And the fact that when he left the Colts, he had that bad neck injury, people thought he would retire. Yeah. So to be able to come out and still do good, and not only do that, but he won an MVP too with the Broncos. So I mean, hey, shout out to him, man.
Mr. Payne, man. So who we got? Who we got at your number 3?
My number 3. Oh man, I love to talk about this man. Look, another Georgia player.
Okay.
My last Georgia player on the list. Okay. Mr. Stetson Bennett.
Okay.
Okay, the 4th. Stetson Bennett, the 4th.
Not the 3rd.
He's not the 3rd. He's the 4th.
Okay.
He has such a great career with Georgia. So he walked on at Georgia 2017. He was a walk on. He made the team, but didn't really get any playing time, redshirted. He transferred to a JUCO school, Jones County, I think it was like Mississippi, or in 2018. Comes back to Georgia as a walk-on again. Wins the starting job as the quarterback. And mind you, behind him, he had 5 stars behind him. Like as far as like, there was better talent on the bench behind Stetson Bennett. But Kirby Smart trusted Stetson Bennett and gave him the keys. Once he was fully given the keys in 2021, like you're the starting quarterback, he wins the national championship in 2021. Next year he wins it again, and he's 4th in Heisman voting. Okay, brings back-to-back national champions to Georgia. From a walk-on to JUCO to a walk-on again, to have to beat out all these other 5 stars to earn the number 1 spot, the QB1 position,
And then do what you're supposed to do.
and go back-to-back, including beating Alabama. Beating Alabama. Well, boy, that Stetson Bennett, you hold a special place in my heart, man. Because all the other guys I named on the Georgia team that I named, they would have been higher if they won a national championship.
Yeah.
Stetson Bennett came in, and I respect him so much, man, because of how he did things and how he had to pretty much, start from nothing to back-to-back national championship. And people talk down on him so much all the time. They didn't think that he was that good. They didn't think he was that guy because he didn't come in as a 5-star. Stetson Bennett comes in, shuts up all the haters.
You're wrong. I mean, that's what you gotta do. It's about the journey. It's about the journey. Some folks, that's what makes them great.
Yes.
They struggle.
Yes.
They gotta overcome stuff. Once you overcome stuff, then you do it.
Yeah, and the thing is, he got drafted to the Rams, so he's actually back up to Matthew Stafford, another Georgia quarterback.
Rams, man.
Yeah. But he got injured after he got drafted, and he's battling back now. He's back at quarterback now to Matthew Stafford. But people he got drafted very late. Very, very late. I think it might have been like 2nd round, 3rd round, something like that. Considering he was 4th in Heisman and came off back-to-back national championship, you would think he'd be drafted somewhere in the 1st round. They didn't, Boy, man, I love Stetson Bennett so much, man. He is the quarterback for Georgia. When you think about Georgia quarterbacks, Stetson Bennett is who you should think of. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go a little further. Stetson Bennett is the greatest college quarterback of all time.
I'm glad you got that off your chest.
I sure did.
I felt some delusion.
No delusion.
Creeping in
Greatest
the
college quarterback of all time. Stetson Bennett. Don't care about the numbers, throw every number out the window. Like you said, some players, they just led their team to winning.
Yeah.
That's what Stetson Bennett did. Stetson, from the bottom, worked his way all the way to the top. Back-to-back national champion. We ain't seen that since Alabama did that early 2010s.
But somebody who loves Georgia, you should have got Alabama name maybe on my whole bunch. But anyway, let's get back to the list. So number 3 who I have on my list, this is actually going to a different sport, okay? Mr. Lionel Messi.
Really? Okay.
So I had, I think, was it 2000? Either way, I got the Xbox One. Whenever that came out. Got FIFA. Okay. First time I was ever playing it. First time I was like, okay, let's see what we gonna do. I'm sitting here talking to my friends and stuff. So who should I play with? Who should I play with? You know, tell me we'll play with Messi, play with Barcelona, you know. So I'm sitting here looking, okay. Start playing with him. The only person I can ever score with on the game. Okay? So that means that he gets my respect. And plus, he kept me playing FIFA. I ended up buying a couple more FIFAs after that. So, I mean, I'm not fully into soccer, or football. But he definitely is one of the greatest. I mean, he definitely has the achievements. I mean, he 10-time champ. You know, he has multiple championships, 7-time pro. So, I mean, it's just a lot. He's still doing it.
To be in your top 3, that's pretty surprising.
He's still doing it. He's still doing it. I'll be honest, so I didn't really make like the order.
Okay.
These were like an order.
Gotcha.
It was just like the people when I was thinking. I sat down in a quiet room with a cup of coffee and I just said, the athletes that I need.
Well, mine is 100% in order. Yeah, I mean, you'll see when I get to number 1.
I mean, I'm sure number 1. All right, so that's my number 3. Who you got?
My number 2. My number 2 pick. Another Yankees player.
Okay.
Mr. Derek Jeter. The Kobe Bryant of baseball.
You're right.
I'm going to say it, okay?
I can't believe you ain't had Judge over Jeter, though.
So,
Unless you had those swapped.
kind of the same reason why I have Sexton Bennett ranked higher than other players.
Oh, championship.
It's different, man. When your team wins a championship,
Yeah, championships.
you have a whole different, Yankees did win championships. You definitely have a whole different level of love for them. You know, Derek Jeter, since I was a kid with the Yankees, all I've known was Derek Jeter. I remember his last home game for the Yankees. I remember watching that from start to finish. And it was a great game. Yankees actually were winning against the Baltimore Orioles. Baltimore Orioles ended up coming back in the 8th and 9th inning to tie the game. Derek Jeter comes up in the bottom of the 9th, brings in the game-winning run for them to win his final home game of his career. Derek Jeter, I mean, we can go down the list. I mean, he has, over 3,000 hits. He career 300-something batting average, 5-time Gold Glove, 5-time World Series champions.
Stand that out.
He three-peated in the late 90s with the Yankees. He was a World Series MVP. It's pretty messed up that he does not have at least one regular season MVP. The one I'm thinking of for sure that he should have won, I think was in 2006, whenever a guy, Justin Morneau, from the Twins won it. Justin Morneau had a great season, but I'm not taking over Derek Jeter. Don't care. Similar to how Kobe should have won against Steve Nash in 2006, the MVP. Kobe and Derek Jeter, their careers are so similar. I love Derek Jeter. He's my favorite baseball player of all time. In my opinion, he's the greatest shortstop of all time. People hate on him so much, but it's only because he played in New York. But he won in New York.
You back it up, man. You got nothing to say.
Exactly.
You back it up, you got nothing to say.
Great career. All-time favorite.
Yeah, definitely respect for Derek Jeter.
For sure. So that's my number 2.
All right.
I mentioned to see who your number 2 is.
So my number 2 It's Serena Williams.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah. I figured she was gonna be on the list. The only reason she wasn't on my list is because I'm not a tennis watcher, or I haven't really like fully watched all this.
I think I
stuff,
just
whatever.
liked all these attractive women that did. Because like I'm thinking about the list, like I just like Candace Parker. Like,
Let's just talk about them as athletes.
no,
you know?
no, I understand that, but I'm just saying, like, I think that's what drew me though to the different sports. You know,
Okay.
cause I didn't watch that other if I was watching her, but like I saw her on.
Okay.
I'm gonna sit down and watch. You see what I'm saying? And like
Okay.
it did teach me how to play tennis. I'm talking about I play tennis, not professionally, but
Yeah.
like, but go out there. I know I play tennis now.
Yeah.
I could school you at some tennis. So I'm just saying.
What about table tennis, ping pong?
Oh, well, you.
I'll smack you in ping
I
pong.
don't know about ping pong. See, my arms are too long.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Now I feel you with Serena Williams though. Serena Williams, I feel like it's the same reason why Tiger Woods is on the list.
Yeah.
You know,
It's just those people, like, they made you watch. Like, I went about video games and stuff because of some of these people. Like, you know, that just inspires you to do more, play with them, you know, try to get them, learn and love the sport.
Yeah.
But of course, you know, I mean, she has stats all over.
yeah. I mean, of course. I mean,
I could read her stats all day long, but.
yeah. I mean, but people, when you think of tennis, people think of Serena Williams.
Yeah, and I mean, she's one of the greatest tennis players of all time.
Yeah, men or women, just straight up tennis. Greatest athletes, one of the greatest athletes, period.
Yeah.
One, I think it was the U.S. Open while pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing.
And then you came to the stuff she used to go against her sister, Venus and Serena, boy, those were key matchups, boy.
Yeah.
She went there with her sister's tail and went home and said, I love you.
Yeah. No, I mean, I definitely feel you. Serena Williams should definitely be, and kind of the same thing about Tiger Woods on my list, you know. I'm not really following those sports. When I think of my favorite athletes, people that I watch.
Mean, really, if I think of my real, like, favorite, you know, I just got, like I said, I got to think of people inspire me. If I think of just, like, my favorite players, but it would just be the entire Lakers team.
I feel you, yeah.
Like,
But I get what you mean, though, as far as, like, her being inspirational.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's the same with Tiger Woods, you know. Tennis isn't necessarily a popular sport.
Yeah, it's not a team sport either.
That too.
So, I mean, you know, individual sports, it's hard to really support, because when you support an individual, you're supporting that one person's career. You support a team, you know, there's 15 people, you say, well, he was playing Saturday today, but you still like this person. And it's not with one person you can be mad at and you can love.
Yeah.
So it makes it a little more difficult, but yeah, definitely number 2.
Gotcha.
I'm curious to hear.
No. I want you to go first.
No, I want you to go first. That's why I switched the order. Because I wanted to go last.
Alright, so
Because you know all of the good shit's gonna last.
if y'all been watching us, man, I think y'all both know y'all know who both of our number ones are. Of course, my number one is LeBron James, King James. My sunshine, you are my sunshine.
Oh my gosh. Every episode is crazy.
LeBron, you my guy, man.
Alright, so we know it's LeBron, we know about that.
No, hold on. No, we need to have a little delay session for LeBron.
I think we've had one, man.
No.
I think we've had
No, give me the floor.
I think we had one.
LeBron.
I think we've had one.
Not only are you an
Hey Siri said a 20-second timer.
not only are you the greatest player of all time in basketball, your numbers are outrageous. We can go through your numbers, you know, forever and a day. Everybody that you've done so much for the basketball community. Not just basketball community, you know, you've done so much for your school that you built. You've brought up so many of your friends growing up. A lot of your friends have jobs now because of you. You have been able to uplift so many people, not just with you. And
Alright, so that's
no, not done.
So
No, not done.
you know you gotta say the greatest for last.
No, not
You know
done.
you gotta say the greatest for last.
On top of all that,
So
LeBron.
I will be going over my number.
We know you're number one. I'm not done.
Are you done?
No, not done at all. Not done.
20 seconds are up, sir.
LeBron, you have done so much for the basketball community, the community as a whole. You have also been such a vocal spokesperson about political issues and social justice issues, which I really appreciate.
You smell that?
What do you smell?
LeBron's balls on your breath, because good God, can you get them out your mouth? All right, so we got it. LeBron's good, LeBron's great, okay?
All right, so I don't want to say maybe 2 minutes at the most.
Yes.
All right, you go. Who's your number one?
I'll get to it, man.
We know. The clock started.
So, my number one favorite athlete of all time, sometimes, right there, Kobe Bean Bryant, of course, came straight out of high school into the NBA. Lakers drafted him. They had to go get him.
Lakers didn't draft him, actually.
Actually, you're right. Charlotte drafted them, and then Lakers traded for him because they wanted him. They wanted to draft him, but they had early draft picks. So, they go out and get Kobe, bring him onto the team, and pair him up with some great players, most dominant center. And they just go, and Kobe has a great career. We already know what Kobe did. 5 champs, 2-time MVP, got an MVP, all 11 all-team. We can talk about all-stars. We don't need to talk about stats, because Kobe, if you hear the name Kobe, when people shoot Kobe, people make shots at Kobe, so it's not really much I can say. I just want to say that Kobe did really, truly dope for real. He really did inspire me. He helped kick off my sports. Like I said all the time, I just remember sitting in front of the TV, seeing the purple and gold, and seeing Kobe playing basketball, and that's all I can remember. And that's what started my love. No cap. That's why we're here today, because of Kobe. So I think we just really need to take one quick moment of silence and just appreciate him. And then that's my list. All right.
Back to the Glaze session for LeBron.
Oh my God, here we go.
I just want to throw in the fact that, LeBron wasn't always my favorite player growing up, I think that's interesting to note. Like I said, Carmelo was my favorite player. Steph Curry for a little bit was my favorite player. Kawhi Leonard when he was with the Raptors for a little bit was my favorite player. And when I was a little kid, I used to really hate LeBron because it was like, I'm going to be different, I'm not going to be like the popular kids and, like LeBron, That's why I like Carmelo Anthony. He was different, And once LeBron came back from the Warriors in 2016, down 3-1, all my hate had to be pushed to the side because it was like, hey,
it wasn't true hate, man. You just going with emotion, man. You were just going with emotion. You were waiting for him to pack up and go somewhere that you could call home, man.
I'm sorry, man. Whose Glaze session was this?
LeBron had you already ready.
Did I interrupt you when we were talking about Kobe?
Ready to go.
I didn't interrupt you at all. I let you say everything you had to say about Kobe. I just wasn't done talking about LeBron.
This is part 2. Come on, man.
I wasn't done talking about LeBron.
This is part 2.
You cut me off.
And now we're getting to part 3. Come on, man. All right, so LeBron.
You are my sunshine. You are my only sunshine. You make me happy.
So I get this massive up. But either way, that's a good list. I did like the list. It's very, very Georgia decked out. Of course, some spots I already knew what was going on.
Yeah.
You threw a little haymakers in there. Some folks I didn't really expect. But like I said, these are my favorite athletes. People that I looked up to. Growing up, I can say, I wanted to go be like them, or I want to play like them.
Yeah, same here.
I used to go to putt and want to hit like Tiger Woods. So I'm just saying, it's inspiring. Like I said, it just really has brought us to here.
That is true.
Love sports. Some had to kick it off. Every person on this list kicked off my gear.
Yeah, no, you're definitely right. You're definitely right about that. Without these players, we wouldn't have the love we have for them.
Yeah, we wouldn't know what to play. But
yeah,
that's a good list.
Yeah.
But thank you for joining the B-Ball Podcast. Let us know what you think about our top 10 favorite players. Remember, favorite athletes for me.
Yeah, favorite, not best.
We're not comparing them with numbers and stuff, but somebody that helped inspire us to actually be and see where we are right now. But I appreciate it. Make sure you always like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all so much, man. Be you, be great, and be ball.
B-Ball, we rise above the rest. Listen to the podcast, join the quest. Heartbeats racing, adrenaline high. This is where champions fly.